What's going on? Voodoo51292 here. Welcome to my channel update for today, Monday, August the 8th of 2011 through Sunday, August the 14th of 2011. Let's talk about what happened last week. Last week, again, we're still in this slow part of the year now with no new releases. So last week was kind of a variety of footage, like I said it would be. The first thing I did was actually make a new episode of Voodoo's Thoughts, which I haven't done in a while, and it was based around the NFL, actually. And if you're a fan of the NFL, then you know all of the craziness that happened last week with the lockout being ended and free agency being opened up. And we had like the craziest 4 or 5 days of free agency and trading and things like that in NFL history, with everybody going nuts. And there was news every 5 minutes of a new free agency, of a new free agency signing and things like that. So in this Voodoo's Thoughts, I didn't explain everything that happened, but I covered most of the free agency signings and the trades, definitely all the big ones that happened over those few days, and then kind of gave you my opinions on them, of what I thought about the moves and things like that. So if you're an NFL fan, that's a must-see. Voodoo's Thoughts, episode 7, I believe it is. And it's there in the playlist for you to check out. So that's what I did first. Then, gameplay footage-wise, I actually was able to play with 2 fans this week. On Monday, I played with a guy named Brandon, who was the guy who contacted me through YouTube that I talked about last Monday in my channel update. And he got back to me, and basically on Monday we played literally almost all day. A couple multiplayers. We started out with Dead Space 2's multiplayer, which, to be honest with everyone, I don't really like that multiplayer that much, so we didn't play too much of it. Then we switched over to Black Ops, and we played like the rest of the night pretty much. And then my friend Dave joined us later in the night. And I didn't record every single match because there was a lot of times where my camera's memory would fill up, but we were still playing, so I didn't have a moment to offload them onto my computer. But when we took breaks, I did, so I could film some more. But I think I got 33 matches of playing with him on Monday. So that was pretty neat that we got to play that much, and we became pretty good buds by the end of the night. We actually played again on Wednesday night, but I didn't film any of it. I was at Dave's house when that happened, so that was pretty fun. And then Saturday night, I played with another fan who contacted me. His gamer tag is Ziggy West, and I played Black Ops with him on the Xbox 360, and played not nearly as long as I played with Brandon, but we played probably about an hour and a half or so, and I think I got like 12 matches recorded. There was 2 matches where I forgot to hit the record button for some reason, like one in the middle, and the very last match we played, I forgot to hit the record button on those matches, but I got like 12 of those matches up as well. You can also go see. The ones with Brandon are under the playlist Fan Matches 8-1-11, and the ones with Ziggy West are under Black Ops Fan Matches 8-7-11. So those 2 playlists are what I did this week with 2 of my fans, so go check that out. That was a lot of fun to do. And we actually played some different game modes that I've never played before, like a few of the wager modes, which I found were really fun and I never played before. So go check that out because it's modes that you haven't seen yet on this channel. So that's pretty neat. Then yesterday, Sunday, myself, my grandpa, and my friend Dave all went out to New Orleans International Airport to do some plane spotting, which I talked about last channel update. I might do some footage like that. My grandpa and I actually went earlier in the week to do it, and we found a great spot where on the north-south runway, we found a great spot like parallel to the runway where you can see it perfectly. You can see the entire runway. You can see them come all the way down and take off. You can see them come in, touch down. You can see the whole runway perfectly. It's a great place. So we were excited, and then we found out that morning that they weren't using that runway. They were actually using the east-west runway, and they were actually departing out to the west. And that's the hardest place to spot planes from, is that runway. So we drove around for a while and finally wound up, I don't even know where we were. We were in the back parking lot of some shipping company or something, up against the airport fence, and we could see like the last fourth or so of the runway. So we could see them lifting off the ground right in front of us. We couldn't see them touching down to land. That was off. We couldn't see, but we saw them rolling on the runway after they touched down and they were slowing down. So I did film as much, what I could film. I put them all together and added some transition effects and made like a montage video and put that up. And that's pretty interesting footage. Something I'm very interested in is planes, and so if you like that kind of stuff, or even if you don't, I recommend you check it out because it's pretty neat footage. We've got air traffic control that we stream through the car, playing in the background. It's pretty interesting stuff, and I hope to do it again when they're using the north-south runway. That way I can get footage of the entire runway without a big chain link fence in the way, and that was another problem. We had the fence in our face, so I would try to zoom in on planes and the stupid camera would focus on the fence instead of the plane, so the footage the quality isn't that great, but it's the best I could do with the fact that they were departing a runway that was very hard to get to. So go check that out. So that's what I did last week. Now this week, again, still in that slow time, no new releases coming out this week. So I have decided to do something this week, and it may make a lot of you groan, but hear me out as to why I'm doing this before you get upset, okay? This week, I'm naming officially Call of Duty Black Ops Week 2011. And that basically means that all during the course of this week, I'll be playing both versions of this game a lot this week. And I'm going to try to play some every day as much as I can. There may be a couple of days like Wednesday and Thursday where I may not be able to play because my girlfriend's birthday is on Thursday and we're eating dinner at her house on Wednesday. So there may be a couple of days in here this week that I don't get to play. But I'm wanting to play these games a lot this week. So let me explain why I'm doing this before everybody gives me the internet finger, okay? I know I have a lot of footage of these games up, okay? But here's why I'm doing it this week, alright? There's a bunch of reasons. A, there's nothing else to do, okay? There's really not. I just don't have games here that, that I have a lot of multiplayer for or anything like that. I was thinking of doing another run through Bioshock and Bioshock 2 and filming that, but I want to do that closer to Bioshock Infinite. Do something like that when that comes out. I don't want to do it this early. And honestly, there's just nothing else to do. Another reason is, as much as I complain about these games, as much as I hate on them, or hate on it I should say, it's not them, it's just two different copies, but as much as I hate on this game, for some reason, I still enjoy playing it, and I don't know why, but I do. So that's another reason to play it this week. Yet another reason. This game, you have to understand, is very close to becoming obsolete, okay? In a couple of months, or I guess in 3 months or so, this game is going to become a coaster, as DSP likes to say, okay? This is going to become a coaster, both of these. You want to know why? Because Modern Warfare 3 is coming out, and nobody's going to play this game anymore. As soon as the clock turns midnight on November the 8th of this year, no one's going to play this game again. It's the sad truth. It's what Call of Duty's done to itself by deciding to release a new version of itself every year. They made their own game obsolete within 1 year. But that's exactly what's happening. And no one's going to be playing these games anymore. So I said, I've invested so much time in these games, so much money with all the map packs and everything like that. I've got all the map packs for this version. I've got First Strike for this version. So all of this money, I might as well make one last run and have fun with this game before it becomes obsolete. Because I have this week and next week with nothing to do. And then there's games coming out, like 4 games every Tuesday, okay? So I probably, honestly, after these next 2 weeks, I may not ever play this game again. Because by the time I get free time, no one's going to be playing this. They're all going to be playing Modern Warfare 3. So that's another reason to do it, to make one last big week of it before no one touches the game anymore. Alright? Another reason. This gives me the opportunity to play online with a lot of different people. Okay? I can already play this PS3 version. I can play with Brandon again. I can play with my friend Tyler. I can play with my friend Dave. This version, I have all the map packs for, okay, so I can play all of those. I can play with my friend Chris, maybe if he wants to play. I can play with Ziggy West again if he wants to play. Or, bottom line, anybody who wants to play this week with me, send me a personal message on YouTube and we can do it. I have both copies of the game. This is a game that most people own, and I can play it no matter what console you have. So that's pretty cool as well. Alright? So that's great this week, that I can play online with Dave, Tyler, Brandon, Ziggy West maybe, and any other fans who want to play, which is pretty cool. So I'm doing that this week. Deal with it. I think a lot of people actually like my Black Ops footage more than almost anything else, because I rage and complain about these games more than anything else, and it's pretty funny. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week, and I'll be playing a good deal of it. Now here's how I'm going to upload it and name it so that everybody is on the same page. I'm going to create one playlist, and it's going to be called Black Ops Week 2011. That's the playlist. Now each video I put is going to be named like this. I'm going to call it Black Ops 2011, Black Ops Week 2011, Day whatever, Part whatever. So the first match that I do today, because I'm going to start this today, is going to be called Black Ops Week 2011, Day 1, Part 1. Tomorrow, Day 2, Part 1. So forth, through the end of the week. That way, everybody knows what day I played it, everybody knows which are in order. You don't have to keep looking at the uploaded date on the video or anything like that. It's easy for you to see, and it's all going to be in one playlist in order, okay? So that's what's going to happen this week, alright? I just noticed this is pretty funny. On the back of these two games, it says the same thing. On the PS3, it says the best-selling franchise of all time when PS3 returns. The best-selling franchise of all time when Xbox 360 returns. So, it's the best-selling series, there's no question about it. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing this week. Black Ops Week 2011. If you're interested in getting in, anybody who sees this, interested in playing with me this week, send me a personal message on YouTube, and we can hook it up, and we can play this week. I'm looking forward to it, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a fun week, okay? And I may do some other stuff this week. There's no saying that I'm not going to do anything else. I just don't know what else I'm going to be doing. Oh, excuse me, the allergies are getting to me. But I know for sure I'm going to be playing this, alright? So, hit me up if you want to play Black Ops this week. Now, I do have something personal to do this Saturday. It's the official move-in day for my apartment. My new apartment in Baton Rouge. But I'm not going to be staying there. I mean, I'm going to move all my stuff in and then turn around and come home. Because actually my semester doesn't start until Monday, August 22nd. So I have about 9 days after that before school starts. So I'm going to come around and come home for like the next week after that. So don't worry, on the 13th I'm not going to be permanently moved. I'm still going to be turning around and coming back here that day. So I do have to do that on Thursday. You might see some footage of my new apartment because I haven't even seen the inside of the apartment. I've seen the demo rooms, but I haven't seen my actual apartment yet. So you may see some of that footage on Saturday. Last thing to talk about. I do have some news regarding 3 games that I've been talking about that I'm going to purchase at the end of the year. And that's Resistance 3, Uncharted 3, and Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Well, it turns out my brother-in-law is actually an assistant manager at a game store in Tennessee, where he and my sister now live after Hurricane Katrina. And he told me before that he could, in essence, get me games for less because he could buy them with his discount and then mail them to me. So, considering I was going to buy 3 games at the end of the year, and I'm always looking to save money, I called him about it, told him about it, and the first thing he says is, well, I don't think me and your sister got you anything for your birthday, so don't worry about Resistance 3, it's on us. And I was like, wow, well thank you, that's very nice of you. That's a game I don't have to purchase now, which is freaking sweet. And he's going to do the discount for me for Uncharted 3 and Elder Scrolls V. So, there's good news and bad news, okay? The good news is I don't pay as much money. That's always good news. Bad news is obviously that means I won't have the games on release day, because that means he's got to pick them up and mail them to me. So, that's the bad news. I won't have those 3 games on release day, but there's nothing I can do about that. I want to save some money, so you can't really blame me. I figure there's going to be enough stuff to do that I'm never, so many games that I'm never just going to be sitting there without anything to play while I'm waiting for those games to come in. I'm pretty sure I'll always have, something to do while I'm, waiting for those games to come in. So, that's the news on those games. They will not be here on release day, but they will be there probably like GameFly, maybe 2-3 days later, and I'll start playing them, and I get to pay less money. And then obviously I'm going to be doing unboxing videos for those, since I'll actually own them. Alright, so that's the news. Black Ops Week 2011 is all this week. If you want in, let me know. Either console, like I said, doesn't matter to me. I'll play on either one. Just keep in mind that the PSP version, I only have the First Strike map pack, nothing else. On the 360, I have every map pack. Alright, so let me know if you want in. If not, and you just want to watch, be looking for the videos this week, because they'll be coming hopefully pretty regularly. All right. So I'm Voodoo51292. I hope you enjoy this week of footage, and I'll see you for Black Ops Week 2011 later tonight.